That moment when you got grumps, but you still gon' fangirl. I'll get to my book bitching in a bit. First, picture it. America, 2018. Romancelandia meets Supernatural. How a fangirl not gonna fangirl? Our boy Dom is a monster ghost demon hunter, cause, well, it's the family business. Like the Winchesters, the Salem bros have got dead parents and evil to slay. On his way to his next job, Dom spots a stranded chick on the side of the road. His beta-tastic ass gives our distressed damsel a ride. But gal ain't no damsel. Vinny is a leather-clad rocker chick with only one fuck to give. And that fuck belongs to her BFF. Our heroine's bad dreams about Emma have got her so stressed she's gonna go visit the girl. Cue the plot. It's half road trip romance, half haunted house mystery. And guys, I cared about both. I actually gave a damn about the external conflict because it is super tied into the heroine's story. Yep, I'm being vague because spoilers out the wazoo. There's your setup. Now where might my bitching be? Ooh, I know, the world building. The writing? The characters. Bitch, nobody rang your buzzer. And no, for starters, the world building was amazeballs. Everything spooky exists in this universe, and it's fun. It's kind of a perfect mishmash of silly meets badass. And that is pretty rare for paranormals. They're usually one or the other, and lately they both suck. But not this one. Like, I mean, a talking cat? The hero believably slaying a vampire with toothpicks. A protection ward made out of a cross and an image from Space Invaders. This is the definition of great world building. So I got no bitching on that regard. And the writing is also bitch-free. The universe was cool, sure, but the book did some serious word shit. A few story points even hit me in the feels with a sledgehammer, and I was happy about it. Vinny's isolation as a poor rich kid shapes her entire identity. She believes everyone is a selfish asshat, and so she keeps them at arm's length. Guys, her emotastic pain was painfully poignant. But gal ain't the only one rocking character depth. This writing, with this hero, it actually says something. Sorry, you said your mom was Mexican, and I guess I was trying to see it. Dom raised one eyebrow and said something in rapid Spanish. What did you say? She asked. I asked if I looked more Hispanic when I speak Spanish. He took a sip of coffee, then looked out the window. Funny, when I say I'm part Irish, no one asks if I speak Gaelic. Ooh! All them fuckers who say romance novels are nothing but trashy porn with no substance. Yeah, Elizabeth Cole just kicked you in the dick. Woke words are truly the best words. And so my bitching isn't for the characters either. They're really real. These dorks were funny, witty, smart, and hella emotionally vulnerable. Dom's got a dead girlfriend, Vinny's got shithole parents, and both have got personality. Our hero constantly tickled my giggle dick with his words and his thoughts. Like, he mostly brooded until he was too sleepy to brood properly. The chuckles are so real. But this funny ain't just for his character. Even the cat gets characterization. A telepathic kitty dropped truth bombs on my ass. You don't believe me? What about the past is done and the future is free? I got emotionally fucked up over kitty cat wisdom. That is not a sentence I thought I would ever say in the real world. But it is, and I'm thankful. Especially since Cole's A+ dialogue, it don't quit there. If we're going to get all naked, I need to know you're not gonna die of hypothermia. You're so sexy when you talk first aid. Here is where my love doth lay, and where my bitching begins. Hypothermia is the point when the book starts to show its bald spots. Let me explain. Dom and Vinny don't go to Bangtown until about 71% into the story. Now I can handle low to no sexy times. had there been a constant OTP emotional through line. Whenever these two did anything physical or feely, it read like somebody flipped the switch. For instance, sex goes down after Vinny nearly freezes and asphyxiates to death. I don't mean a page after, I don't mean a scene after, I mean 2 seconds goddamn later. Girl at death's door, then with no warning or foreplay, she gets penis cravings? I mean, she survives a murder necklace and immediately wakes up with her engine revving to go. Huh? If sexual tension was woven into our couple's interaction, then I'd buy that. But it wasn't, so I didn't. Sex and feels go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye. Ugh. My biggest problem with Keep Me Close is that I never really bought the romance. That's not to say I wasn't emotionally invested in our couple's happiness. Or their hot action. I mean, hello, have you met me? Dom is 1,000,000% all about Vinny's pleasure. Even better, boy makes that clear with his words. Sure, choreography details and deep POV are missing in our couple's one and only sex scene. But we got boinkin' convo that fed my corrupted soul. Here's the tricky part, Dom said. What is? I need to fuck you so you come, and it'll help if you love every second of it. So tell me what you need, Vin, because I want to make you delirious with joy and completely exhausted from feeling good. Whatever you want, just say it, and I'll make it happen. That was a turn on. Her words, not mine. I read that and I face fanned myself airborne. The things this man did with his mouth. You know, like asking Vinny, can I get you off again? Tell me how. Tell me how not to faint over those words. Intimate communication is so hot and so healthy. So okay, maybe I wasn't sold on their romantic story, but I genuinely liked these two humans. I was invested in the demon plot. I got a beta hero who respected a woman's boundaries. I got a heroine with mommy and daddy issues that don't magically get resolved. I even got writing which normalizes individual sexual preferences. I like all of that. Yes, the book lacks an emotional undercurrent, making the romance a hard sell. But in the end, I got a beta hero, a badass woman, and a cool universe. So I ain't gonna bitch. I did that stupid thing where I used my voice and not my diaphragm to do the script. I'm hurting. Along with my back, you know, spasming the whole time. That's great. For those that don't know, I have a form of spina bifida, and I am hurting so bad right now. So if the video was even more crappy than it normally is, you can blame pain. Usually if a romance author writes a romance book that I don't like the romance, I normally don't touch them again. But Elizabeth Cole's gonna be my exception. I like what she does with her characters, and I like her writing. There's so much good shit in these books. These books? Why did you say these books, moron? You read one book. I'm gonna leave a comment pinned below in the comments. Where else would they be? I'm gonna list all the authors that I've tried, that I've liked, that I hate. I am in a paranormal slump, the likes of which I have never before been in. Maybe somebody can give me an author that I've not tried before that I might really like in this genre. Because it's getting to the point that I don't think I can keep reading paranormal anymore. But if you read the comment and you've got anything that will work for me, even if it's your own book, let me know what it is. And now the video is gonna end because the garbage trucks are running and I need ibuprofen. What I wouldn't give for a new spine.